Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Achua. So I'm not asking you not to buy any designer and niche fragrance. I'm not here to tell you dupe fragrances are better than original ones. No, out of respect, I will always respect designer niche fragrances, the original ones, because it is out of those original fragrances that we actually get these numerous dupes which we claim are 100% identical. Most of the times they are not, but in some instances they actually are. And in this particular video, I have 10 fragrances that I feel if you have these, you have no business with the original ones. Trust me, if you have these, performance-wise, scent-wise, you're getting almost an identical, like 95, 96, sometimes 100%. Longevity-wise, some of these actually outperform the original ones. So yeah, I think they are great, if I should say. Get these ones and forgo the original one. And the first is going to be from Fragrance World, and this actually is the best when it comes to the Elysia line. I've tried almost all the ones from the Elysia line. I think the Elysia Vanilla is the best of them all. Scent wise is the closest to Vanilla 28 from Kayali. Scent wise is the closest. Longevity wise, I think they are almost at par. You know, the same sillage, projection, number of hours, they are very identical. So to me, Elysia Vanilla is a very beautiful scent. You know, the original Kayali Vanilla 28, the brown sugar, the slight booziness, the vanilla, that slight creamy nature about it. That is essentially what you're going to get. It is the most spot on yet. I've compared this one to Ramsch Diva from Zimaya, which I have, and I think Ramsch Diva, although a very beautiful scent, is not 100% identical to Vanilla 28 to me. But when it comes to Elysia Vanilla, it is spot on. You know, you're getting a very well blended, nothing screechy about it. Even from the very first spray, it feels like it has gone through a bit of maturation on its own. You know, I think they did a phenomenal job. Whereas in other of the Elysia ones, I will not be able to say similarly about them. They are good, but they are not as great as Vanilla 28 or Elysia Vanilla from Fragrance World. So to me, if you have this or you've been searching for the perfect dupe yet, I know Paris Corner is advertising one and I'm eager to try it. I think it is inspired by Vanilla 28, the is it Elysia or something, you know, yeah. So I'm anxious about that, you know, but this to me is perfect. You know, it's perfect. If you are not in a rush to look for something else, this is going to be your perfect Vanilla 28 scent. You don't need the original when it comes to this, in my opinion. So I know a lot of people are huge fans of the brand, of not the brand, but well, the brand as well, but Devotion by D&G. I know it's a lot of people's, you know, cup of tea. I like it. I used to love this, but my sister made a comment about it, and it sort of dwindled my love for this. You know, she said it smells like air freshener, unfortunately, you know, but it's a very beautiful lemon cakey vanilla scent, you know, and so is Delicious Bouquet from Afnan. I think this is the best, you know. I think I've done several comparisons when it comes to Devotion. I've compared it to Floral Dedication, which I feel is a very good dupe, but I just don't like the opening of Floral Dedication. But the dry down is an accurate spot on. I've reviewed Victoria from Lattafa. I've made a comparison, which I think about 3-4 comparisons that I have done, but of all of them, Delicious Bouquet from Afnan gives me the same spot on scent profile as Devotion, almost identical longevity, if not even longer lasting. Projection wise, sillage, it's very identical. Nobody's going to tell the difference between these two. I think they did a phenomenal job when it comes to Delicious Bouquet from Afnan. So yeah, in my opinion, if you don't have any of the other earlier ones that came out, you might as well just go straight to Delicious Bouquet by Afnan. I think I love the bottle of Delicious Bouquet, and it's a very beautiful, spot on, replaceable. You know, it replaces Devotion for me like 100%. So yeah, Delicious Bouquet from Afnan. So Lamar has been a cult favorite for a very long time. Lamar from Kajal, it's been a cult favorite for a very long time. But I think even nowadays, the price has reduced. For this one, I would say if you get an original, you know, for a very affordable, reasonable price, why not? I'm going to do a video. I think I'm going to compile a list where it doesn't include this one, but I'm going to compile a list where I feel you might as well get the original fragrances than trying several dupes, which are not going to hit it. I think I've had experience of several dupes and they are all not hitting the spot for me in terms of getting close to the original one. But when it comes to Al Mukhtalif from Nusuk, I think they did a very beautiful, phenomenal job in copying or reproducing, replicating Lamar. It's a very beautiful pineapple musk rose scent, quite powdery at the dry down, but you get a very realistic, sweet, something also citrusy about it. It gives me Lamar through and through. It has gone through aging for a couple of months. It's beautiful, it's very beautiful. I think it is spot on. It is spot on. I wouldn't say it is a lighter take on Lamar. I wouldn't say it doesn't have any twist of its own. They gave us Lamar through and through with the same musk, the same powderiness, the same rose, the same pineapple, the same thing. So, in my opinion, you don't need Lamar, although nowadays the prices have gone down significantly. But you might want to reach out for this one, much more affordable, and the same experience. I think it's one of the very few Lamar dupes I've found. I don't think aside this I've come across any Lamar dupe from any Middle Eastern house, unless maybe we are talking about the Dupes and the dossiers and other ones. But when it comes to Middle Eastern houses, that is the only one. This is the only one I have personally come across. So yeah, I don't hear about this lately. It used to be the only thing all of us were talking about a couple of months ago. But I think the hype has gone down, but it's still a very beautiful scent. I still love Felicity. It's a very beautiful champagne, freesia, vanilla woods, sandalwood. It's just a very beautiful, sweet, sparkling vanilla. Lovely. It's just pretty, and for me, yeah, it's a spot on dupe for the Wedding Silk Santal. You don't need both, you don't need both, considering how scarce this one became. Now it's been made a regular, but I mean, you don't need both. Performance wise, I mean, this one is good. Sillage, scent profile, and it's a spot on, 100%, 10 over 10. There is nothing that I can say is wrong about Felicity. It gives me Wedding Silk Santal 100%. And for me, I would not say, I wouldn't say it's a waste of money getting the original one. But at this point, who cares? Who is going to wonder if you're wearing the original or the dupe? So why not? Why not the dupe way? And Felicity is a very spot on dupe when it comes to the Wedding Silk Santal. I think it is good, performance wise, longevity wise, price point. You're getting every single element of the original one, the woods, the sandalwood, the black creamy sandalwood, the champagne vibe. It's very girly, not necessarily fun, but girly, womanly, dress up. You can dress it up, dress it down. Yeah, that is all I can say. And when it comes to Cleopatra from Hamidi, this is one of the most spot on dupes for Queen Carmina. I have Venti Charisma from Fragrance World, which is a good one. It's a good, much more affordable alternative. But I think Cleopatra takes the cake when it comes to Queen Carmina. 100% spot on. The sour cherry, the peony, the rose, violet, creaminess to it, musky, a little powdery. The florals are airy and light. It's just a very beautiful scent. It's soft and feminine, just pretty. Not necessarily a fan of this bottle. I don't know, there's something about this bottle that is like a little too much for me in a way. But I love the scent profile, the Queen Carmina. I can barely detect differences between Queen Carmina and Cleopatra. Barely, barely. You can't tell unless I'm holding two bottles up, and then you can be able to tell which one is which. But it's a very beautiful interpretation of Queen Carmina, to the extent that I think you don't need the original one. You don't. For the price point, if I'm gifted Queen Carmina, trust me, I'm taking it. But with this one, I don't think I'm ready to afford or buy it out of pocket. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel. But this is a very beautiful interpretation of Queen Carmina, in my opinion. And that is going to be Cleopatra from Hamid. Although Lost Cherry from Tom Ford has been on the market for a while, I think it is still a little too expensive for what it offers. It's a very beautiful scent. Honestly, a boozy, cherry scent. It's a very beautiful scent, but I think it is way overpriced for what it is, considering the longevity of this particular fragrance. So if you love Lost Cherry, if you love First Burning Cherry from Kayali, you might want to go with Cherry Blush from Khadlaj. You might want to go with that. I think it is a very beautiful, well done blend of that same, love first burning cherry, lost cherry. They smell almost the same, that scent profile. If you want something in that region with a note of wine, I actually get that note of wine in this one. You might want to go with cherry blush in comparison to the price point for lost cherry, which I have at 10 ml here, and then love first burning cherry, which has longevity issues. You might want to go with cherry blush from Khadlaj. Very beautiful, smooth, a little more longevity wise, it lasts a little more longer than lost cherry. But scent wise, you're getting an identical thing. You don't need the for the price point. I mean, for me, I think my problem is the price point when it comes to some of these Tom Ford fragrances. And if you can go the dupe way, why not? Why not cherry blush? It's very pretty, very pretty. The same boozy vanilla, cherry, sour cherry is the same thing that you're getting. So yeah, cherry blush from Khadlaj to me is a very good, fragrance, a very spot on. Same thing, a little bit, giving you more of the longevity in terms of comparing it to Lost Cherry from Tom Ford. Yeah, so I think it's a very beautiful scent that you might want to try it out, and very affordable too. And so is Cafe Latte from Khadlaj. I love this scent. The scent just makes me happy. It's one of those scents, as soon as I smell, I'm just put in a happy mood. It just uplifts me. Citruses do that for me, but there's something about this scent profile that uplifts me. I love the scent profile. The coffee, the caramel, the ice cream, the vanilla, the milk, the whipped cream. Then it has some marshmallows too. Very creamy, delicious, gourmand. I love this scent. I love Cafe Latte. You don't need a more cafe. You don't need a more cafe. A very beautiful scent, but it's a very spot on 1:1. For me, it's a very spot on dupe that you don't need the original one, and that is going to be Cafe Latte from Khadlaj. I think they did a phenomenal job. I'm not even interested in getting the other versions that I have seen in the market. I would love to get them just to compare them. Probably do one of my similar but better videos, but I don't think I need full bottle of anything, because when I compare this to Amor Cafe, I'm getting the same thing. The same thing. Longevity, it is good. The whole day, 24 hours plus on clothes. It projects. A lot of people can smell you. Not necessarily smell me before you see me, but it's above average, above average, and it's a very good fragrance. I guess I enjoy the scent profile. It's just a very beautiful, pretty, comforting scent, and that is going to be Cafe Latte from Khadlaj. Sugar Addict from Born to Stand Bold is a scent profile I'm not a fan of. It reminds me of Anna and Glory by Lattafa, which I have had and decluttered. It gives me that same vibe, but if you love that scent profile, you might as well go for Artisan Ethnique from Lattafa. I think it's a very good dupe of it. Artisan Ethnique is a good dupe. Although I don't own a bottle, I've tried it. It smells very identical to Born to Stand Bold, and I think it offers something that, for the price point of Born to Stand Bold and Artisan Ethnique, you're not missing a lot. You're not missing anything having the dupe. You might want to just go to the dupe. You're going to get the same sugar, vanilla, coffee. I was supposed to like this, I was supposed to like this per the notes, but somehow there's something about it. I don't know what exactly, but I'm not a fan. Probably because it reminds me of Anna and Glory, which I'm not a fan of. But if you want a very good, accurate, spot on dupe for Sugar Addicts by Born to Stand Bold, you might want to go the Lattafa, way, which is the Artisan Ethnique, and I think it's a very beautiful spot on dupe. Another one, I also don't find myself wanting a full bottle, even though it's a dupe. I don't necessarily find myself wanting a full bottle, but I think it is a very good, most accurate spot on dupe for Valaya, the OG Valaya, not the new flankers, but that is going to be Delilah Blanc from Maison Alhambra. I think this is one of the best interpretations of Valaya on the market as compared to Mystic Bouquet. I think I've done a video. I'll try and link it in, if I remember. I'll try and link it in the description. But Delilah Blanc is a spot on. I like the scent profile, but it's not a love for me. I don't mind owning Delilah Blanc, but I feel like I'm good with this decant, maybe down the line I might change my mind and pick up a bottle of Delilah Blanc. But I think if you're looking for the most accurate spot on dupe for Valaya, you might want to go the Maison Alhambra way. It's very affordable, very little regret if you get it. Even if you don't like the scent profile, you can mix it with so many other things. It pairs beautifully with Creed Aventis. It pairs beautifully with any of the citruses, from what I have tested. It pairs beautifully with other citruses. But it's a very beautiful citrusy, fruity, musky, woody, powdery scent. And that is going to be Delilah Blanc from Maison Alhambra. Spot on. Very spot on dupe for Valaya. So Tiziana Terenzi has this fragrance known as Turtle. I love that scent. I remember getting this sample of Turtle a while back, and I was like, wow. At the point I got this sample, I had not tried the Bulgari Tiger, the afternoon swims. I was not very familiar with this. I've had it for quite a while, for quite a number of years, and for me, it's a very beautiful scent. It's going to remind you of the likes of the ones I've already mentioned, the tigers and the afternoon swim. It's going to remind you of that, but it gives me a much more feminine approach to that scent profile. And I think when it comes to this particular scent, Diwani Rabat from FA Paris, Diwani Rabat is a very good dupe of it. When it comes to that line, the Diwani Rabat, Diwani Kero, and the other one, I've tried the other two. I had a full bottle of the white one. I didn't like it, Yeah, it's not, I would not necessarily recommend, although it's been compared to This Is Hair by Zadig and Voltaire. I'm not a fan of that, and I can't even tell how spot on it is to the original one, but I was not a fan. The black bottle is also Love Don't Be Shy, but I think it's a very screechy interpretation. But when it comes to Diwani Rabat, it is spot on to Tiziana Terenzi's Turtle, and I think it is a beautiful, fragrance. Very expensive, fragrance for the price point. I think it could have been a little more cheaper, but I mean, it's a very mass appealing, fruity, afternoon swim-esque, vibe. So yeah, the price for Tiziana Terenzi and the one for FA Paris, price disparity. I wouldn't even call it price disparity, because yeah, they are on their own. Each house belongs to their own class, but I think the one Rabat is a very beautiful, spot on interpretation of Turtle from Tiziana Terenzi. And I think the last fragrance I want to add on this list is going to be Ghost from FA Paris. The spectral line Ghost. It's a very beautiful scent. To me, I have Nasheti from Lattafa. I've been able to compare this even with Satwa from Ada Safran. Satwa is the least closest to Nishane Ani. I would say Nasheti is a good, dupe, but Spectral Ghost from FA Paris to me is the most accurate of them all. And longevity is like on steroids. It lasts and lasts, it performs. You get that vanilla, it actually has the note of vanilla, unlike Nasheti, which doesn't, but it gives you that vanilla accord. You still get it. But Ghost gives you a much more stronger vanilla. The ginger is much more pronounced. You get all those beautiful, bold elements of Nishane, quite fresh and, do I say aromatic? It gives me that aromatic vibe, and that vanilla is strong. And for me, it's the most spot on dupe for Nishane Ani, and that is going to be Spectral Ghost. And these are 10 amazing fragrances that I feel if you have them, you might not necessarily need original fragrances. So yeah, let me know what you think about this list, and I hope this video found you well. These fragrances are not limited to the fragrances in my collection that I feel are spot on one-to-one dupes. I think I'm going to do several other videos and let you know how I feel about the original one and the dupe ones, but these are sort of the ones I wanted to feature in this particular video. And I hope this video found you well. So please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.